Alright, so this video was supposed to be made about a week ago, so sorry for the late, response or video topic. But yeah, this topic's gonna be about Plague Moth, and yeah, my series called Character Criticism. So let's get started. So let's talk about his Guerrero flying video. So at the beginning of his video, he says that the gore video itself does not involve any flaying.
This video, it doesn't actually involve any flaying. I don't know why it's called that.
Then, minutes after, he says this.
Jokes aside, what they do to the poor kid is they actually cut open his chest to reveal his still functioning organs. You can see things moving around and you can see his heart beating.
Moth, that is literally the definition of flaying. To peel or, tear flesh, skin just to peel it off. That's literally what they did to the kid in the video. That's why it's called the Guerrero flaying. I don't know. Okay, so how is this relevant and why am I criticizing Moth for this? Reason is basically I still am pretty interested in this Guerrero flaying topic, like who were the victims behind the video, what were their names, and what was the backstory, because there's a lot of, different backstories that were said, like Stirred Reality and Arles Gore said that these two victims were part of the Guardia Guerrerense, or the Guerrero Guards, and Plague Moth said that the dad was a informant for the Los Zetas, and then there was Documenting Death, who said that the young boy was an innocent bystander. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going around. But basically, Plague Moth said in a tweet that Ghost Rider and the Guerrero flaying video is related, and that's a rumor that's been spread a lot, that the victim in Ghost Rider was actually part of the murder of the boy and the father in that Guerrero flaying video. So I commented, since I'm so interested in the backstory, like, how are they related? And I'm not subscribed to the dude's Patreon, so I want like a short explanation, kind of like a summary, so I don't have to pay, because I don't have Patreon, nor do I plan to subscribe to his Patreon. Then Plague Moth says that, replies to me saying that I'm on that pedo's comments like flies. Now, what he's referring to is the situation he's had with Jimmy. Now, I take no side in that situation. I've yet to see proof that Jimmy's a pedophile, nor have I seen proof that Jimmy was doxxed by Plague Moth. It's all he say. Like, Plague Moth claims that Jimmy had, photoshopped sexual stuff while his 4-year-old daughter was in the ICU. Again, I haven't seen any proof of that, and, I'm not going to take sides, but Jimmy seems very confident that it's not real, judging that he said he would delete his channel if it's true. I'm not saying that it isn't true. I'm just saying that there is no proof, or I haven't seen any proof of it, nor have I seen proof of Jimmy's claims saying that Plague doxed him. So I take no sides in that situation whatsoever. Then I respond to Plague Moth, basically saying that, I was just commenting on the post because I wanted to know the backstory. I was pretty interested in it. Plus, I wasn't subscribed to his Patreon. And then he's saying, basically, that I'm trying to, play innocent when I'm really not. That's not the case. And he's then accusing me of having a vid ties with an alleged child rapist. Again, I think he's referring to Jimmy, and don't see any proof that Jimmy's a child rapist or anything like that. Maybe he is, judging that Plague Moth tweeted that he won, but he never provided context when he said that there was going to be context. But to say that I had ties with an alleged child rapist, I've commented on some of his videos when I've literally just asked legitimate questions on his videos. That's all I've done on Jimmy's videos. I've asked, update on the police report that he apparently said that he had on you, that he was, filing on you. That's all I asked. And, other stuff, I replied to other people's comments. I asked, Plague Moth said it in a deleted comment that, that there's a link of you being a predator and you deleted it. Just literally all that. Just me asking questions. And to claim that I have ties with someone who's apparently involved in that, I would never have ties with someone who's involved in that. I've literally teamed up with internet AJ to take down an alleged child rapist and his pedophilic twin brother. Like, I've literally made tons of videos, and I eventually took him down. Like, he's quit YouTube. He's not in jail, but mind you, it took a while for him to get off YouTube, and it took a very long process. So to say that I have ties with that with literally no proof, when I've literally just been commenting on Jimmy's videos, like just asking questions. So, like, to accuse me of that is pretty fucked up. Now, I'll criticize some of his videos. Now, I'll criticize the Ronnie McNutt video that he made. Now, I think it's a good video. I think it's great. I think it's a perfect summary. It's just the thumbnail that's a bit sensitive. You know, it's the final second before Ronnie blows his head off or something, you know. And people are like, dude, I don't think the family would be searching for that. But then, you know, Ronnie's sister apparently commented on the video, you know. So, I mean, the family's gonna stumble across that. That's just my main criticism. I've seen the Ronnie McNutt video, like, when it had 8,000 views. I was like an OG to Plague Moth. Like, when he had few thousand subscribers, like, not even 10,000 subscribers yet, and that Ronnie McNutt video had, like, 8,000 views. Yeah, that's the only criticism I have for that video. Next, I'll talk about his Funky Town video. So in his Funky Town video, he's basically talking about, you know, it's bad and that, you know, you shouldn't watch it. And it's like a video that he clicked off pretty damn fast, and that it was an upsetting video to watch. Like, he didn't want to watch the whole thing, but he said, let's give it a shot. And he said it was upsetting. So he seemed like this is like a video that he genuinely just seemed like he did not want to watch again. But then, you see on Twitter, on his Patreon, he's just doing a video reacting to it. So he's basically asking people to pay to watch him react to a torture video. And he seems pretty calm in that video. It's just, I don't know. It's pretty douchey. It's pretty scummy. And I know he's probably going to be like, well, if it's scummy, then don't pay, don't watch. It's like, all right, fair enough, man, but it doesn't mean that I can't point out how scummy and, you know, pretty messed up that is. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's reacting in this video like, you know, it's the worst thing ever, and then in his Patreon video, he's just reacting to it like, you know, just watching it. I'm basically saying it's like he got desensitized to it. It's not really good to get desensitized to stuff like that. So, I don't know. That's basically what I'm saying, is that it just seems like he got very desensitized to it. Next up, let's talk about his Mexican chainsaw video on Felix Gamas Garcia and Barnabas Gamas Castro. Basically, he's reacting to a viral, you know, chainsaw execution of two Sinaloa cartel members. I'm not going to get into the whole backstory of that, but basically, he's basically saying that it's going to be uncensored on Patreon. And this, I get it. I get why he's promoting the Patreon this time, because obviously he's reacting to it on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't allow that sort of stuff on their site. So I can see why, you know, he's saying that. But it's just this part that really, I don't know.
Dude, he used his hand as a hammer in the blade. Like, on the handle, like, used for, like, hammering the blade through his neck. Like, give this man a machete. Or a raise. He's working his ass off. Moth is so insensitive. They're fucking criminals. They got involved with the cartel. That ain't my fault.
No, I'm fine with him making jokes or, you know, trying to light up the situation, but it's just this last line that, you know,
Moth is so insensitive. They're fucking criminals. They got involved with the cartel. That ain't my fault.
Now, Moth, did the thought never occur to you that not everyone just willingly wants to join the cartel? Like, some people, just innocent random civilians, just get picked up, kidnapped, and are just forced to work for the cartel. Like, a lot of people don't just willingly just get involved in criminal activity like this. And it seems like it might be the case for these two, because apparently in the comment of this video, on Moth's video reacting to it, that these two people were regular farmers apparently, and they were kidnapped and forced to work for the cartel or else they'd be killed. So it's like, you know, I mean, just don't say that they got involved in it when we don't know their backstory all that much. It's really just, you just never know. Next, I'll talk about his pitbull castration video where he talks about a guy an alleged rapist who gets castrated by a pitbull. Now, Plague Moth says that the backstory to this video is that it's a local gang that's behind this video, and he also says that Funky Town was actually a local gang. And he does nothing to prove that claim. He just says that it's a local gang. Well, I guess we're supposed to take his word for it. He just never proved it in that video. And apparently that local gang claim might not be true because when Disturbed Reality covered the situation, someone commented the apparent backstory and that this guy was actually a rapist and that it was the victim's family, meaning the guy who he raped, the victim's family, taking action against the dude. That's apparently the backstory. Again, it's just a comment, so I can't really say that it's true or not. And I'm pretty surprised that a lot of people in the comments were like, if he's a rapist, I'm a survivor. I hope those pitbulls enjoy their meal or something like that. Basically just saying he got what he deserved. I was like, oh God, well, am I thinking wrong now? Because, I thought that no one deserves this. But, I mean, if survivors are saying it, because I've never gone through anything like that, a rape, being a sexual assault survivor or anything like that. So I thought, oh God, am I just, being too sympathetic or anything like that? But at least there's someone who commented saying that they're a survivor and they wouldn't wish that upon anyone. So okay, okay. So I'm not crazy or I'm not just too sympathetic or anything like that because I just wouldn't wish that upon anyone. Now going back to the Guerrero Flame video, I want to say this because I forgot to mention it the first time I'm recording this, is that he's cracking way too many jokes. It seems very excessive. Now I get trying to make jokes to lighten up the situation. Moth has done that before and I've been, completely okay with that. I get it. But it's just this part, what he says,
I'm not kidding about the cartel creativity corner. We're doing that. And I understand that, that sounds disrespectful and just plain wrong. But you know what? You click the video. Don't come to my video judging me for the jokes I make when, you went here and wanted to see somebody die. Don't judge me. You didn't come here to pray for him.
No, Moth, I didn't. I clicked the video because I wanted to know the backstory, and I was interested in the backstory. I don't click. That's against the TOS. Gore videos on YouTube. Why would I click a gore video on YouTube? Dude, not everyone is a sicko who just wants to see people die. I think most of your fans are just curious and interested in these backstories, like me. I just wanted to hear about the backstory. But you're too busy cracking jokes, so I suggest you guys watch Disturbed Reality's video on that. Because this motherfucker's cracking jokes all 24/7. Fuck! Alright, last thing I'll criticize him on, I guess, is, I guess the screenshot that's been going around of him on Twitter saying that his fans could, send nudes in his Discord server 18 and up. And I get it, it's 18 and up, but I mean, telling your fans to do that, it's just kind of a red flag, I guess. So him and his wife can share the nudes to each other. It's I don't know. It's people could go on Discord, lie about their age, for their account, lie about it, and then just upload photos of themselves as, their child nude photos. So it's just, hopefully that's not a thing in his server anymore, even though it shouldn't have been in the first place. But, it's just, I'll criticize him on that. So yeah, that's basically it. I wasn't going to criticize him on the, the whole Shabby thing where he got the misinformation wrong or anything like that. He corrected himself. He's made mistakes. He's corrected stuff that he's done, when he's got information wrong in his videos. He's made follow-up videos correcting them. So I'm not going to talk about that or anything like that. I just wanted to criticize him mainly for, his past content or just, him responding to me in a comment. Yeah, there's nothing really I can criticize him more about. I mean, I could criticize his response to him making a Vice article. Like, Vice made an article about him, like, loving to watch people die. It's a pretty well-written article, and he just can't really make a response. He just said that he made it to Vice. Like, he just doesn't make a response to that, because he really can't say anything. But, yeah, that's about it.